love you.
So you're gonna even ride with the mask?
Yes, because it's too dangerous to try to take it off now with my hands and shit. You're supposed to just keep it on. And I gotta, yes.
Okay.
Stop fucking with me. I'm gonna say fuck, so you can't put that shit online. Bye. I love you.
That car is leaning in the back. So my cousin didn't have an account to this place here. This is the restaurant supply store in the Bronx, but the great thing about it is that you don't even need an account anymore. You just got to sign up and they'll let you in. So I think that's really brilliant. So I met my cousin over here. I actually picked up a few more things too. I got the powdered eggs and some brown rice and some coconut milk. So just want to give you a little preview of how long the line is. When I got here, the line was up to this point here. And it took about 25 minutes to get in, which I don't think that was too bad. Okay, I will put my seatbelt on. Relax. So leaving the restaurant supply store, got a few more things, just a handful of things, which actually came out to $115. And you have to wear a mask while you're there. So I was wearing this inside of the place. So I was rocking this bad boy while I was in there because you're not allowed inside without a mask. People have really... people are being careful in their minds. They don't see the hoax. They don't see the ruse. They don't see that the New World Order is here. They don't see it. So I'm hoping that more people are prepared. More people are waking up. More people are taking their monies out of the bank. More people are stocking while they can, because like I told my cousin, what's the worst thing that can happen is that we go over to the mission and we drop off a bunch of bags of rice and a bunch of cans of beans and all this stuff we're never going to use. You know, I got the powdered eggs that I wanted, which were like very expensive. Jesus, powdered eggs are so expensive. There's my cousin right behind me. She's behind me. She doesn't even see me. She's in her own world. But anyway, just thought I'd take a moment to share. Let me get off this lane. How dirty and disgusting this place is. That's where I have my storage unit at around here. And the storage unit, they just took the money out for the storage unit, which is almost $400 freaking a month I'm paying for this storage unit, and they did not hesitate to take their money. That's why I was really glad that I didn't take every dime that I had out of the bank. I was like, you know, let me be careful. It's my storage place here, and they're still open. That's great. To the right. I'm surprised. They were like, last week, they were like closed at, it's only 3:44, so they're closing at 4 o'clock, something like that. And I think the last thing you want to do is keep a bunch of stuff in storage, because when this thing goes down, whatever it is that goes down, I don't know. But whatever it is that goes down, when it goes down, they will not let you in that storage unit. Storage units will be the last available source for your needs. So just stock it wherever you can in your house, in your car. Make sure no one sees it, because they're going to be breaking into cars real soon. I was talking about the break, how people are running around with power tools and taking bikes and all kind of stuff that's not nailed down right now, because the police they're not really arresting anyone. So petty crimes are up. Things like a bicycle, things like your car window, things like, even your home will be broken into if a person has an inkling that you have something in there they can sell. That's where it's coming to. That's what it's getting to. So I talked to that guy that I know who does security, and I told him I need somebody to watch the cars on the block. So I talked to a couple of guys that I know. There's a guy who has a nice truck and another guy with a Mercedes, and I was like, yo, we need to stop them from breaking into the cars. We need to get together and have somebody, walking up and down the block with looking like security with a GoPro on and some bear spray or something. And they were like, yeah. So we're going to have to police our own blocks, because there are going to be so many break-ins, and you're not going to be able to call Safe Light. They won't be open. And then that's when they call in the cavalry comes in to save the day. What's that called? The National Guard comes in to save us from ourselves. So before that happens, I'm trying to have somebody make sure that none of my cars get broken into. We just upped the insurance on all the cars to full coverage, which only came out to one thing I've learned in this life. I remember I used to have a car, and I was spending something like $300-400 a month on insurance. Now I have 5 cars. Mind you, they're all hoopties. I don't have anything that's fly, and my insurance is less than that. I'm paying such a small amount of money for so many cars. It's like this system was geared to really truly empower people with money, empower the rich. If you have money, you're gonna do okay in this system. You're gonna win. You're not gonna suffer the way most people have to suffer. I was just riding this way to check to see if the storage place was open, which they were. Look at this dump we're driving through. They've done nothing to fix this over here. This area just gets worse and worse. Whoa, Jesus! That would have cracked my rim. What the F? We're in the Bronx. I'd say prepare for the worst. I was looking at all these things on the internet. They just won't ship to New York. Like, they just won't ship bear spray. They won't ship CO2 tanks. They won't ship a lot of things, pepper spray guns, all those kind of things. Just, they're not allowing you to self-defend, I notice. And now they're going to be releasing all these people out of jails. So you're going to have a whole bunch of jailbirds free, no money. It's going to get ugly. Because when you have the Hegelian dialectic, which is problem, reaction, solution, when they provide the solution, when they provide you with the solution, it's because people beg for the solution. They want us begging for the solution. Please help us. It's so crazy out there. That's how government wins. But if we can properly police our own neighborhoods, the way the Muslims and the Jews do it, then we should be all right. The problem is, most people do not even consider policing their own neighborhoods because that's what the police are for. But we have what's called agent provocateurs, agents of chaos. And these agents of chaos, they will start a lot of drama if the people do not start it themselves. It's nothing new. It's right in the playbook. These are the way things are done. But when you read the playbook, then you have to be able to counteract what is being done. I would argue, hire your own police force. Hire your own security team. Make sure nobody's breaking into homes. Make sure nobody's breaking into cars. If enough people did that, then everything will be calm and it will backfire the solution. See, what we have to understand is that the players that are involved in this are small. There's only a handful of players that are in control, that are pulling all the strings and pushing all the buttons and pulling all the levers. All the levers, buttons, and strings that are being pushed and pulled are being pushed and pulled by a very small group of people. I would argue that it's the AI. It's total artificial intelligence. And artificial intelligence can be beat because artificial intelligence only works if the people truly bow down to it. Unbeknownst to them, they don't think it's the AI. If everybody found out there's some super whopper computer, just making all these decisions that are pushing all these memos that are talking about lions in the Bronx Zoo having COVID and closing down Tyson's Chicken because Tyson's Chicken now is a big time distributor for the United States of America. If we close them down because of COVID, where do they get this information from? This information is passed on from the AI to the people, and they believe it to be true. But the AI is just listening to everything we say and do. The AI is very beatable because the AI is logically and intellectually trying to get at us. And if we can get out of our emotions and our belief systems and open up our minds and work together as a team, we can see how this is beatable. And those agent provocateurs are not moving to cause chaos on their own. They're following orders. We have a world of people that are following orders, a world of order followers. Where are they getting these orders from? I would argue from the AI. The AI is sending out the memos, sending out the orders, pushing the buttons, pulling the strings, pulling the levers, pushing the levers, opening up the command structure to fit its needs. Most of the stuff that is going on, the people involved don't even know that they're not in it. They're not even in on it. They believe that these are orders that they're following. And they're not done by a human. Are humans involved? Yes. How many humans are involved? I would say a very small amount of humans. Let's say 100 or 200. 200 people, one AI, and billions of souls. And the souls are you and I. And I would argue that they're so jealous of us. They wish they had the nuances of humanity. This AI computer might listen to you on Siri, listen to you with Alexa, listen to you on your phones, and still just can't get it. Hence the New World Order, hence the social distancing, hence what we see right now going on is, and possibly could be, just some form of haterism to the 4.0 power. Forget about the 1.0 and 2.0. This is up to the 4, 5, 5th degree 0.0 of hatred for the ones with the soul. And I would say that you and I are the ones with the soul. We're the ones that can get the joke. We're the ones that have the timing. We're the ones that can make a mistake and then fix it. Whereas this AI doesn't even know how to make a mistake. It just calculates. And through calculation, it has come up with these equations. And these equations are leading us to where we are now. It kind of reminds me of Central Park. And how you go to Central Park today and it's beautiful. And, you know, they have so many different sections in Central Park that are just breathtakingly beautiful. But before that, before Central Park was the park that it was farmland and mountainous regions and communities after community after communities. And all of these things were destroyed. All these things were torn down. All of Central Park was leveled, flattened, because there was a plan. Someone saw the Central Park in their minds, and they was able to map out Central Park, and they was able to show all the different lakes and all the different ponds and all the different sections where people can walk and run and jog, and this section is for that. These are people that saw the future. So everybody that had to suffer, everyone that had to be just, you know, to be relocated, everyone that was displaced, all of those were just a necessary reality to get to where we are. Get to where we are, and that's a beautiful park. And I believe this is what the AI wants for the rest of the world now. The rest of the world is Central Park. And there will be a lot of people that will lose their lives. There will be a lot of people that will suffer because logically they have to make room for the future. And the future will no longer be where one country will be eating from the rest of the world. So they want to make it a global thing where you're not just like an American citizen, you're a global citizen. And how great is that? Isn't that wonderful? Just like Central Park. You walk down Strawberry Fields, you're like, oh, but hello, John Lennon got killed. This is because a man got shot right down the block that they hooked this up to make it look so beautiful. No one thinks about that. No one thinks about all the suffering that had to happen for that park to be open. All the people that lost their homes. All the farmers that was shut down for what might be looked at as progress. So the New World Order is the AI's version of progress. And in the meantime, there's going to be a lot of people that get hurt. So stock up your food, get you some self-defense, prepare for the worst, protect you and yours, because at the end of the day, there is an idea of where this world is going to be. And the only way out of this is through legislation. But until then, this supercomputer AI has a plan. And we are nothing. We are minuscule in the grand scheme of things. I must say, honestly, this is the most cars I've seen on the road. It appears that every day, which yesterday I didn't go out. But it appears that every day, it appears more cars are on the road. Interesting. Whereas last week at this time, it was no one on the road. What's up with that? Thank you for riding with me. Thank you for allowing me to kind of explain what could be going on with this New World Order. This New World Order has been in plans for quite some time. And I'm curious to see what comes out of this. Will we end up with a beautiful Central Park? Will our children walk through the streets with smiles on their face? Happy? Joyful? I don't know. I do not know. Uncertainty is truly at the forefront of my mind. So I'm being proactive, and I'm telling my family and my friends to stock up, and if they need some help, I will take them. I will take them to the restaurant supply store. I will help them out. All they got to do is say, okay. I will make room in my car for their stuff, and I will do my part as a good citizen and a good friend and a good cousin. Boom.